Hi, I'm Jenny Spinner, Chief Editor of Snack Food and Wholesale Bakery, and I'm here with,
Liz Parker Kuhn, Senior Editor, Snack Food and Wholesale Bakery and Candy Industry.
and we're here to have one of my favorite discussions that we have every month. Uh, New products that were released in May of 2025. Once again, thank you, producers. You came up with some really interesting ones. This isn't a product review. The products that we pick are innovative, on trend, sometimes a little bit weird, but it turns out that makes our jobs interesting. And sometimes consumers like adventure, so weird is good. Let us talk about, I'm going first. So Nature's Own, which is a brand of Flowers Foods, has been doing some interesting stuff in the better for you space, multi-grain, cleaner label, keto, and they came out with small loaves. As people in the snack and bakery industry know, people are gravitating towards smaller portions, whether it's mini desserts or smaller containers of cookies. These are loaves designed for smaller households. Or if you're like me, I like variety. I don't just get one giant loaf of bread and eat it until it's gone. I like choices. Right now in my pantry, I have honey wheat loaf. I have sourdough from Corner Bakery, and I have um, I think lemon blueberry swirl, which is a Pepperidge Farm loaf that's quite tasty for breakfast. So I like to have different things. And but being a small household, having smaller packages of bread makes sense because then I'm more likely to go through it and finish it before it gets stale. So Nature's Own new line is interesting because there aren't as many half loaves that are in the BFY space. And so that I thought was interesting because multi-grain, cleaner label, keto stuff. Well done, Nature's Own. Thanks for keeping
Ye-
it interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting as well because like you said, people want variety. And also like sometimes, especially if you're like single or you live by yourself, you're not able to finish like an entire loaf of bread before it goes bad. So this way
Yeah.
you've got your half loaf. If you don't finish it, you could freeze it, I guess, but you got your half loaf and it's a lot easier to deal with.
Yeah. What's your first item?
My first item, I'm a big fan of pickle pizza, but it's very divisive, I've found among my Facebook friends. And California Pizza Kitchen is releasing a frozen dill pickle pizza. So again, this is frozen. It's you can find it at the grocery store. I don't know if the actual restaurants have it. And I've only seen one other company that has done a frozen dill pickle pizza. Cauliflower recently did that. So it should be interesting to see. I'm sure with the CPK brand name behind it, it should resonate with consumers.
Yeah, it's California Pizza Kitchen. I don't know if there's any restaurants near me, but I nights when I don't feel like cooking, frozen pizza is it. And I do like to try the interesting off the beaten path ones with toppings like Mexican or um, I don't want to get ahead of myself. There's another pizza coming up. Look out. But I'm a pickle girl. I love pickles. And I haven't had this one, but the next time I have having one of those days where I don't want to cook, but I want something interesting, I just might be on the lookout for the CPK dill pickle pizza because put pickle on anything, and I'm gonna eat it. Um, oh, guess what? Two pizzas in a row. So Palermo Villa is a company that I have noticed. I think I noticed before I even started this job. They produce pizza for private label clients. I met them at the private label show, and they do fun tie-ins and partnerships. If you've watched the most recent Stranger Things, there's a character who works at Surfer Boy Pizza. He's definitely stoner coded. And the pizzas in that line that he makes at the store are a little bit different. And they had the branding on it is fun. The jalapeno pineapple. It sounds weird, but trust me, it's canned pineapple and fresh jalapeno, and the combo works really well. It's become one of my favorite toppings. Well, Palermo partnered with Kellanova on another pizza, Cheez-It pizzas. It is not pizza topped with Cheez-Its. The crust is square, and it's basically a giant Cheez-It. It's Cheez-It flavored, but it's cracker thin crust to cheese it, and then they put conventional pizza toppings on it. Um, I saw it in the store. I posted a picture on Facebook. Three of my friends immediately ran to the store where I'd gotten it to get their own because consumers are. I think I'm not alone in thinking that collabs are fun, and I want to be part of it. Um, Liz, I'll let you talk about it before I give my review.
So I first saw this one on Instagram. I think Snackalator, who I follow, who I actually met at Sweets and Snacks, which was exciting. We talked for like 10 minutes, but I think he posted it or someone else, one of the similar ones did. And I was very excited about it. Although I would eat a pizza topped with Cheez-Its as well, like you
Oh,
said.
they
But
should
I
do
think
that
it
too.
yeah,
Instead
they should do that, like an
of
inverse, but I think it would be better. I think they had the right idea with the Cheez-It cracker crust. But Cheez-Its is one of my favorite crackers. So I was like, that sounds delicious. I have still not seen it in stores or tried it, but I believe you have, right?
Yeah, like I said, Jewel, which is Chicago's Albertsons chain, it's near me and it's one of the places that I shop most frequently. And I wasn't looking for it, but it just happened to be passing by not the freezer aisle, but the freezer end. And it was just full of I believe there's three flavors of the Cheez-It pizza with a dollar off coupon. I like you. This isn't a review video, but I'm gonna get a little editorial here. Um, I'm a fan of Cheez-Its and I'm a fan of pizzas and I'm a fan of bargains in addition to that. So between the fun collab, the sale price, and then a dollar off coupon, I was like, I think I'm honor bound, duty bound to try this. And it's really cracker thin. They got the texture right, they got the flavor. The topping is edge to edge almost, but there's still a little bit of the cracker crust sticking out, so it looks like you're eating just one like 10 inches maybe, 10 by 10. And my review is it was pretty good. And it was as much the quality and the amount of the cheese and the toppings on it. I just got the cheese pizza. They did a really good job. It's really fun. So they got me to try it because of the fun collaboration, but the quality and the taste and the texture, I think, could make me a repeat customer. So it'll be interesting to see if other consumers think like me on that. Um, Liz, you have another product to talk about. That's a fun one.
Yep, more on the bakery side, I suppose. So 3 p.m., there's a company called 3 p.m. They released a snack called 3 p.m. Afternoon Bites. And
Hmm.
what's interesting, it has probiotics in it. So supposedly to get over the 3 p.m. slump,
Yeah.
hence the name. So I think that should do well. Consumers are always looking for like better for you type of products, and especially if it's like a sort of snack, they usually gravitate towards those.
Yeah, functional foods are something that we have noticed that people are interested in, whether it's watch me not be able to think of a single oh, awake chocolate. They've been around a bit and they've been really grabbing people. One of my friends told me that I was like, "Have you heard of this awake chocolate?" Yes, I have. I think they were at the first sweets and snacks I went to. But as people as better for you advances and people are continuing to get more and more health conscious, foods with a function resonate. And oh, postbiotics. That and it's something the marketing thing is something you could relate to. Who doesn't get I think for me it's a little earlier, 2 o'clock in the afternoon after lunch. The day seems to drag on, need to pick me up. That's about the time that people get up and make themselves a cup of coffee or go grab cola or something like that, a caffeine kick. This offers that same boost, but it a little more healthy format. I haven't tried them, but I'm going to be looking for that because I certainly, it's only 1:44. I've got 16 minutes before I collapse. Um, but I probably will be able to use that sometime soon. Um, yeah, I'm interested to try it. My next product, um, collaborations. We always talk about at least a couple collaborations between brands, between oh, like celebrities and products. This one is Blue Diamond partnering with 7-Eleven on cherry Slurpee almonds. Um, and cherry isn't a flavor that you typically find on almonds. Sometimes if you get a sweet thing, it's cinnamon sugar maybe, or chocolate, or something on the savory side, like jalapeno, wasabi. Wasabi Blue Diamond almonds are pretty tasty if you've ever had them. This is a fun brand flavor partnership. That I I'm intrigued. And I haven't been to a 7-Eleven since I think that Liz wrote about this. But I don't know. Maybe I should after we're done recording, I should walk to 7-Eleven for work purposes and check it out. Um, but if I were just, shopping the aisle at 7-Eleven and I saw that, I think I might pick it up just because it seems like a fun flavor adventure. And I'm interesting to see if the consumers feel the same way and pick it up.
So they sent me, I have one for show and tell. They sent me a few packages, well, two
Nice. Oh,
packages.
that's
And generally I share my samples with my husband, but I ate one of these and I was like, like maybe
oh,
I won't share this one with you because I love Slurpees. I'm a huge Slurpee
uh-huh.
girl, even though I don't buy them that much.
Hmm.
So that's how I still have this one to share. No one's eaten it yet. But I thought the flavor was like spot on. I thought it was really
Okay.
like not 100% Slurpee flavor, but like pretty close to it. And I do like sweeter almonds, like you mentioned, like cinnamon
Yeah,
almonds. Blue Diamond also did like honey almonds a while back, which was great. It
exactly.
tasted like the
Yeah.
honey butter chips
Hmm.
kind of. So I could see these doing well, especially if you're at 7-Eleven and you're already buying a Slurpee or you're a Slurpee fan and you're like, oh, hey, like these look good as well.
Yeah, it's really interesting that they did because cherry has a flavor, but then cherry Slurpees is a Slurpee aficionado like you knows cherry Slurpee is a different cherry. So
Yeah.
well done 7-Eleven and Blue Diamond for getting that specific flavor. What is it? Oh, so at Sweets and Snacks, Reese's has filled pretzels, and I think they've been on the shelves for a little bit, but I hadn't tried them, so I sampled them there. And not only are they filled with peanut butter, they're filled with Reese's peanut butter. It has that taste that you get when you eat a peanut butter cup. It's similar taste. So, yeah, when producers go that extra mile in the R&D lab and not just get, cherry or peanut butter, they get this cherry or this peanut butter. It makes a difference with me as a snack reporter. So, and I think consumers really appreciate that particularity. Um, was that about collabs? What were we talking about?
Yeah. We have a lot of collabs in this one
Yeah, this
actually.
is that one.
So my next one is Jack Link's and Mr. Beast. When you hear Mr. Beast, you might think Feastables. Mr. Beast is Jimmy Donaldson, I believe his name is. He's a younger dude. He's in his 20s. He's got
Mhm.
his hands in everything. I think he's like one of the richest 20-year-olds out there or something I read.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He does a lot of candy. He does Feastables, which is what I associate with him. But at Sweets and Snacks this year, if you went to the Jack Link's booth, they had a huge cutout of him because he's going to be doing a meat snack collab with them. And it's not just like him promoting it, it's his name on the product as well.
Mhm.
So that's the first co-branded product for him. So I think it should do really well. But I'm wondering if people are going to be like confused, if they're going to be like, wait,
Yeah. I think we chat all the time, not just for this video. I think we talked about how when I was we went to Sweets and Snacks, and if you were at Sweets and Snacks, the Jack Link's booth was massive, part of like a whole entire complex that Frito-Lay had. But when you were walking towards Jack Link's booth, um, were greeted with a giant cutout of Mr. Beast doing this. And I was like, what's going on? And saw the line. It's a not just one product. There's a couple of different products in the line. And the way that Jack Links was located, I had, if you wanted to go from this hall to that hall, you save time by walking through it. And one time I was walking through and I heard two gentlemen talk about, like, I don't get it. And eavesdropping the little time that I was eavesdropping, it's like Mr. Beast has chocolate. He is known for chocolate. What's with going to this side for a savory snack collaboration? And I will say that those two gentlemen were probably in their 40s. Mr. Beast, he's 27, and his market is considerably younger than me and younger than him too, because he's a YouTube guy originally, I believe. I don't know. I'm too old to keep up with this stuff. Considering the number of things he's put his face on, from the Feastables to um, a toy, a game in Target the other day, he's got an empire going, and I think the people that he is aiming for will follow him at whatever aisle of the store he's in, or at least that's what he's hoping for. So, again, another interesting collaboration, one we're talking about. So I bet other people will be talking about it too. Um, so in addition to collaborations, I like big things, things that are big and things that are little. Uh, M&M's minis are they're so adorable. On the other end of the spectrum, Crumb's bakery outfit has come up with giant cupcakes. So it's basically a layer cake configuration, but it's in the shape of a cupcake. It looks like a giant cupcake. It's hilarious. It serves well, it serves more than me. I had a slice. My wife had a slice, and then we gave the rest away. It was really good, but just adorable. You can get it at, I believe, Kroger stores, or you could order it online. Or if you are the chief editor of Snack Food and Wholesale Bakery, the Crumbs people will send you one, and you will open it and just gawk at it because it's so ridiculous. And it's the first thing we talked about was small portions. This is not a small portion. This is a giant cupcake that serves about 12 people. But I think the selling point on it is just fun. It's fun eating a giant cupcake. Food is fun. Bakery is definitely fun. And I think that is what Crumbs was going for with this one.
I think I've always been fascinated by crumbs. When I used to visit New York, like in 2010, 2012 for blogging conferences, we would go get crumbs because they were like one of the big
Mhm.
cupcake places at the time. And one time I tried to get through TSA with a six pack of cupcakes, and I was like, they're definitely going to take these from me, but they didn't. So that was good. So I have a picture of it because they also sent me one. So here's my photo. You can see the
I
sprinkles are kind of
know.
coming out
It's
of
so
the
fun.
middle, and then here's a picture from the top. And
Uh-huh.
here's a picture, Mickey Mouse thing not included. So it came in a day before my husband's birthday,
Oh, good
and that
timing.
kind of worked out. And yeah, my parents came over and we all tried a bit, and it was so gigantic that we sliced up the rest because that's only four people, right? So we sliced
Right.
up the rest, and it's still in the freezer, and we're still enjoying it like a few weeks later. But I thought it was pretty good. I'm all for cupcakes, I'm all about the topping, and I thought the topping was really good, like the frosting. I thought the cake
Yeah.
was good. It's a little hard to slice because it's so gigantic. But
Hmm.
I think consumers will see that and be like, oh, kind of what you were saying, like, oh, this looks fun. It can feed our whole party of
Fun.
10 or 12.
Yeah.
So that should be interesting.
I for my birthday one year I had regular cupcakes topped with mini cupcakes. That's how I feel about cupcakes. Um,
Yeah, I am
so
a cupcake fan, but mostly the frosting.
yeah.
But my next product is completely on the other end of a
Mhm.
spectrum, and I have show and tell again too. So New Primal, they do, I believe they have beef sticks too, but this is a chicken stick
Mhm.
with zero sugar, 10 grams of protein, and 60 calories, which does not seem too bad. And I am like with meat snacks, I'm like iffy. Like sometimes I'll like them, sometimes I won't. But this one I've tried, it has a really good flavor. It's a rotisserie flavor, which I don't think I've seen before. And it does actually taste like rotisserie chicken. So I've been eating them kind of for like a healthy snack during my snack time. And I think consumers might see it and be intrigued. because they haven't seen a rotisserie seasoned meat snack before.
Yeah, that's a fun rotisserie chicken is one of those again. If I'm too tired to cook, rotisserie chicken, grab and go. It's awesome. So rotisserie chicken consumption has gone up in recent years. It's a flavor that we're well familiar with. Um, I think the flavor is fun. Uh, I if you don't follow the new Primal founder, if I were smart, I would have written it down before. His name is Jason, and I don't remember his last name, but he's a really good follow on LinkedIn. Um, and one of the things he said recently, he was at, I want to say it was at Sweets and Snacks, or it could have been at Expo West before it. Uh, Something that as Liz and I are making our way through our state of the industry coverage, bakery coming in June, uh, July is snacks. A lot of the categories are up and down, but even in the categories that are relatively flat, better for you products like New Primal with the clean label of zero sugar are performing better than their conventional counterparts. And New Primal and there's other meat stick companies that are aiming for fewer preservatives, no preservatives, zero sugar, leaner meats. Beef is definitely in play, but chicken is popular, veal, um, venison. I think we're starting to see a little bit
Yep.
more of in not just the boutique products. But yeah, it's interesting to watch companies like New Primal innovate with flavors, but the fact that people are like, oh, more protein and everything. Meat snacks are packed with protein, and making them clean label hits consumers in a couple of different places. So, well done with those innovations. Um, Oh, we agreed on one thing. Liz and I put our products together separately, and then invariably there will be like two or three things that we agreed on being most worth talking about. This month is Selena Gomez Oreos, which I'm 53 and I love Selena Gomez. I'm not going to sing any of her songs, but I will say I'm a fan of Only Murders in the Building music. She's got a cooking show. She's charming. But this is a partnership with the well-known Mondelez brand cookie. And I picked this not just because Selena Gomez. Is fun. Famous people are fun. And not just because Oreo is always doing fun things. It's on trend with horchata flavored cookie. Um, the packaging is beautiful too. Target was all out when I stopped not too terribly long ago. So I'll keep checking back. They're also available online, I think.
Yep.
Uh, and Liz is going to talk about some of the other fun things about it.
Yeah, so Oreo sent me a package. Felt special because it was like a week before it came out.
Mhm.
And the interesting thing is that one in three packs has a special Oreo where it
Uh-huh.
has Selena Gomez's initials. It says SG. So we scoured my pack, but sadly I did not have that. So I was one of the 66% that did not have it. But the
Yeah.
cookies themselves were delicious. I love horchata. It's like a huge one of my favorite drinks. So like if I'm ordering Mexican food, I always like to see if they have horchata on the menu. And I think it'll be successful because Selena Gomez is pretty universally liked.
Yeah.
And Oreo is, one of the most popular cookie brands. So I think it should be pretty successful.
Yeah.
When I think it officially debuted yesterday. I think it
Oh,
was
did it?
June
Okay.
9th. So maybe
That's
now the
interesting.
stores will have it.
Yeah, because I went to Target and they had Oreos in the aisle, Oreos on an end cap, and then they had a little placard on an empty shelf that just said Selena Oreos, and I thought that was because somebody had taken all that but maybe it was the other end. They were like getting ready to put the Oreos out.
Yeah, that
Okay,
makes sense.
makes much more sense. Speaking of horchata, so I went to Mexico City for vacation in February, and because I'm a nerd, I went to a grocery store on vacation just to check out things that they had. And I'm trying to consume less sugar. Horchata is a sugary drink. It's really hard to find sugar-free horchata in America, not in Mexico. And I actually went up to the people at the Mondelez booth at Sweets and Snacks and said, "Hey, you own this Mexican based beverage mix brand called Sea Light. And they have horchata flavors." And I said, "Could you bring that to America?" And they're like, "That's not part of their strategy. They have, you'll notice that some food brands, some beverage brands will have product, not just like flavors in one country and not in another. Mondelez isn't pursuing a beverage strategy at all in America, which I think is sad because Jenny wants her horchata with no sugar, and it's delicious to the point where I'm like, we're talking about it now, and I think I have a couple packages left. When I went to the grocery store, I was so excited to see sugar-free horchata that the cashier who spoke a little English was like, "Why so many?" Um, but I'm running out, so I'm gonna have to go back to Mexico, I guess. But off track a little bit. Going back, horchata cookies, innovative, on trend, and Liz and I are both horchata fans, so thank you, Mondelez. Liz, what's your next one?
My next one is more of a snack than a bakery item. So nuts.com, they're known for nuts, obviously. They are a e-commerce business and now they are expanding into retail. They have a line called Pop and Sol. There's a story behind it, but you can find it on the article on our website. And they have a savory snacks lineup. I'm looking at it now. They range from like jalapeno cashews, roasted elote peanuts, sea salt and pepper cashews, and then they've got a sweet lineup, when they such as like banana dusted dark chocolate covered walnuts, things
Mhm,
like that. So it sounds pretty good. And the savory standouts, by the way, are only available at Target, which is
mhm.
an interesting kind of collab with them. So I think it'll be interesting. Like even if you've never heard of nuts.com, you might see it on the shelf and be like, oh, these look pretty good. Because some of those are very like on trend flavor combos, I feel
Yeah,
like.
I just think it's interesting that nuts.com, which I know, nuts.com was one of the only places that I could reliably find bulk walnuts in the shell because I love squirrels. And if you take a walnut and you roll it to the squirrel, they can catch it and it's adorable. Um, I kind of ordering the walnuts I explored and they have all sorts of candy and stuff to, it's dangerous. They have a nice variety. But to see somebody that is known, a company that is known for e-commerce go to the shelf is really interesting. But I think Liz hinted at something, and that is putting retail products on the shelf with a nuts.com URL could very well convince people who are not familiar with nuts.com as an e-commerce giant. They could end up diving into it that way. So it's pretty interesting. Let's see if it works. Oh, Liz, you have another tantalizing product to talk about.
I think the next one is yours, but I can kind of kick it off.
Oh, it's Christy
Um,
Teigen's bake mixes. Yeah, I jumped ahead.
yes, my best friend, Chrissy Teigen.
That's fun. Liz interviewed her once. Granted, it was
Once.
well. We won't say anything about it being an email Q&A. We'll pretend that you were hanging out in Beverly Hills talking over lattes or whatever. But yeah, I sorry, I jumped. This is a trend of celebrities being involved in product creation. In a thoughtful way rather than just putting their face on a cereal box or things like that. Chrissy Teigen is not just John Legend's wife. She's not just an actress. She's not just the host of the very entertaining lip sync battle. It's on sporadically if you can find clips. Find Tom Holland doing Rihanna's Umbrella. It's
That's a fun
amazing.
one.
But in addition to all of that, she's a Renaissance woman. Um, Celebrity cookbooks are a dime a dozen. Hers are good. I own two of them. I think there are only two. And I use them regularly. Not as often as I use my vintage falling apart Betty Crocker cookbook, but so she's known to be a culinary talent. And she's come up with, oh, you can get, or you used to be able to get, I think that's been discontinued, unfortunately, a line of cook and bakeware at Target. And now we have, or have had, bake mixes. I have yet to crack mine open. The company that produces them for her was kind enough to send me a cake and mochi pancakes, strawberry mochi pancake mix. Um, she put her name on it, her face is on it, along with John and her kids. Um, but it's fun flavors. It's higher end, and they're being carried at Thrive Market. I don't know the full complement of the line, but the ones that sent to me sound really fun. Again, food is fun, and having a celebrity help you in the kitchen is kind of fun too.
Yeah, I think this will do well because she has her name on it, but it's like you said, it's more than just slapping her name on it. She's actually involved with the mixes, I believe.
Right.
So my next product is Farm Rich. When you think of Farm Rich, you might think of their mozzarella sticks or any of their various frozen appetizers. They are doing a frozen breakfast line. They sent me some. I don't know if it was just my oven that day or what, but like the cinnamon sticks I had were really, really, really good. So I was excited
Yeah.
about that. But they also have they had some like rolled item, they had like breakfast bites, they had it was three or four varieties that they sent me. So I think that should do well because people will see it in the frozen item, frozen aisle. And I'm curious if they'll put it like right next to their other frozen appetizers. Probably not. They'll probably put it in like a breakfast section, depending on the store.
Yeah. hmm
But it should be interesting to see how it does.
Yeah, it gets rich products in a different part of I have hiccups and coughing at the same time. I know it's a disaster over here. Farm Rich is every once in a while I don't feel like cooking. Um, I like to get multiple types of appetizers and cook them all at once, and it's like having an appetizer platter at Chili's or something like that, except you're at home. And Farm Rich is frequently part of that equation. Mozzarella sticks. Um, I want to say they had French toast sticks, or maybe they still do. Um, as much as I love carbs, I try to start my day with something a little more proteiny. So this breakfast line, I'm one of the consumers that I think they would aim for and hit with that, because as often as I don't want to cook dinner, how often do I feel like making a whole breakfast? I don't. So I might reach for this. And I
These are one thing I forgot to say, these are protein cinnamon toast sticks. So I
Nice.
don't have to feel quite as bad like I'm just consuming massive amounts of sugar for breakfast. But
Oh,
yeah, I want to say it was like pretty
sugar.
high, like 10 grams of protein or something. I'd have to check, but
Yeah, that's
very
pretty good.
interesting.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good. Pretty magical. Well done, Farm Rich. My next item. Oh, and our last item. Oh, we're almost done. Boo. So if you have a youngster at home, you might be familiar with veggie straws. I think Hain Celestial is dominating this category. It's typically a corn base, extruded straw shaped, literally hollow in the middle, puffy, light, airy, multiple colors. Um, they're great. You can munch them mindlessly forever. Jackson's, which is in the better for you space, best known for their sweet potato chips, in multiple flavors, in both conventional and wavy. They've recently come out with white potato chips, and now they're going for that same territory with veggie straws, except the protein base is multiple veggies with a little bit of protein in there. So the nutritional profile is a little more elevated. I tried them I don't think they're on the shelf yet. I think they're headed there. But they were sampling at Sweets and Snacks and giving Hain Celestial a run for their money with that.
I'm a fan of Jackson's, specifically the sweet potato chips. I've not seen the veggie straws yet, so I'll have to keep an eye out for that. But in general, I'm a fan of veggie straws. So yeah, I think that should be interesting. I'd be curious to see like their numbers versus Hain Celestials and see, who comes out on top there. But yeah, I think it'll definitely be an interesting thing to try.
And that's it.
Yep.
So we have nothing else to say to you people. Um, It's always fun talking new products. If you have any new products that you'd like us to talk about, you can send your new snack or bakery product to me, Spinner J at bnpmedia.com. Liz, you can send stuff, or Liz does candy too. So if you've got
Yep.
some bakery or candy, Liz might be interested.
Yep. My email is Parker, Kuhne at bnpmedia.com.
Until next time, thanks for listening.